Trump triumphantly returns to Capitol for inauguration, the very place Democrats tried to destroy him, just as fate brought Donald Trump improbably back to the presidency. There is cosmic irony in the last-minute change of venue for his swearing-in today. The polar vortex that brought snow and Arctic temperatures to Washington meant the official moment of Trump's comeback triumph had to be moved into the Capitol Rotunda, the very scene of the January 6, 2021, riot that Democrats and the media catastrophized to try to destroy him and his America First populist nationalist movement. Who would have thought back then that Trump would be taking the oath of office in the same sacred place that Democrat Machiavelli Nancy Pelosi used and abused for her devious political games? She and Joe Biden lied that cops were killed that day, that Trump supporters spread excrement on the walls, that the riot was an insurrection and a terrorist attack worse even than 9/11. More than 1,500 Trump supporters caught up in the riot have been arrested and hundreds have been sentenced to years in jail for offenses that would have seen most New York thugs let off with a slap on the wrist. Former Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio was sentenced to 22 years in jail even though he wasn't in the Capitol during the riot. Symbolic. But democracy won. The will of the people has brought Trump back to the symbolic beating heart of our democracy to be sworn in for a second time. The ceremony will be an exorcism of the malevolence that drove the attempts to destroy him with lawfare, censorship, and assassins. The Arctic chill provides a cathartic cleansing before the economic sunshine promised in the golden era of Trump. "We won," was Trump's opening line as he took to the stage Sunday night at Washington's Capital One Arena, packed to the rafters with rapturous MAGA fans, some of whom had waited for 7 hours in the cold and rain to get in. What a good feeling. We like winning, don't we? And we're not going to stop winning, we're going to win like never before, he said. Tomorrow at noon, the curtain closes on 4 long years of American decline, and we begin a brand new day of American strength and prosperity, dignity and pride. Trump added for the past 9 years, "You and I fought side by side against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth. And in our magnificent victory on November 5th, you showed them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you." He promised to work with historic speed to fix every crisis, signing 200 executive actions day 1 to close the border, unleash energy prosperity, eliminate DI, withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord, dismantle the bloated bureaucratic state and reverse Biden's destructive executive orders. By sunset tomorrow, the invasion of our borders will have come to the halt, and the illegal border trespassers one way or another will be on their way back home, he said. He also promised within days to release the records on the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert F. Kennedy, and Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. There was added symbolism in that his inauguration fell on MLK Day, and his election win was driven in part by a historic break of black men away from the Democratic Party. He also vowed to roll back the destructive and divisive diversity and inclusion, and return the country to the merit system, which is what made us great in the first place.